random act that became an extraordinary moment, experience, story, and a lesson in gratitude, that we really need to tap into gratitude and be so grateful to the people that make special moments in our life. Hello, and thank you for joining me here on Hope to Recharge podcast, the podcast that's designed to break the stigma around mental health and to create some hope and inspiration and give some practical tips to those that are struggling with mental health, whether it's from personal stories to break the stigma or some advice from professionals in the mental health community. Whether you are struggling with mental health on your own or you know a loved one that is struggling, we are here to support you and to create a community so you know you are not alone. The road to recovery can be difficult and challenging. At Hope to Recharge, we believe that in mental health, together is always better. I'm your host, Matana. Thank you for joining me here today. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.com, the online platform for therapy. Are you thinking of starting therapy, or are you in need of a new therapist? Go to BetterHelp.com and find the therapist that meets your need. You can access them from your phone, from your tablet, from your computer. No matter where you are in the world, no matter what time of day, you can find your therapist that fits your need. BetterHelp is giving us 10% off the first month. They are so affordable. Go check them out. BetterHelp.com/Hope to Recharge. That's BetterHelp.com/Hope to Recharge. Gift yourself therapy. Go get yourself wellness. Hello. It's Attitude of Gratitude Thursday. Today I'm devoting this episode to a very special act of kindness that I experienced last week, and it got me thinking about so much gratitude that I have in my life, and I was blown away by this act of kindness, and I said I am going to devote a special episode of Attitude of Gratitude for this. So a little bit of a background story. Many of you know that I am a huge fan of Simon Sinek, his work, his books, his speeches. Anywhere in New York that he goes to speak, I try to attend. About 4, 5, 6 months ago, he came out to say that he will be doing a mindset tour around America, maybe even around the world, I'm not sure. And I was one of the first ones to buy his tickets as soon as he announced his New York tour. I set it in my calendar and I was really looking forward to it. I forgot that it's going to be in March, but I did. Fast forward, I was invited to Podfest, which was going on in Orlando the same weekend, but I completely didn't look into my calendar to see if I have anything going on. And I was trying to make it work that I should go to Podfest in Orlando for the weekend. It was the same weekend as my anniversary, so I thought maybe it'll be nice. We'll go to Podfest. I'll meet some people from my podcast community there. And then I looked at my calendar before I booked the tickets, and this was like a few days before Podfest, like really last minute. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not missing Simon Sinek. That's on Saturday night. Not going to Podfest. It'll have to be next year. I really was looking forward to this mindset speech that he was giving, and I was not willing to give it up for an Orlando weekend. So I was hanging out on one of his communities, or maybe on a post that he was saying that he's going to be coming soon to New York and he's looking forward to it. I was just saying, I'm so grateful for what you are doing. We can't wait to see you. And there was a lady there, the sweetest lady there, that commented something to the fact that she can't go. Kelly Lore. So Kelly Lore mentioned that she bought 2 tickets. She was going to go to this speech and she was not well and she doesn't think that she can make the trip. And I think it went through like, I have 2 extra tickets and if anybody wants them. So I reach out to her and I say, I bought only 1 ticket at the time because I did not think about who wants to join me. I just said, I'm going to go on my own. If you really are not going, I would love to buy the tickets off of you. So she responded, I have 2 tickets that I bought for myself and my son. I am not well. you can have them. I am not going to charge you for them. Just take them and just tell me what he said and enjoy it and pay it forward. And I was like, really? Like, you're just going to gift me 2 tickets? She's like, yeah, I'm going to give it to anybody that will enjoy it. And that's what I want. And I said, you know what? I was feeling badly. I said, I'm not going to just take 2 tickets. What if you feel better? And at the time I was hoping Ari will come with me, but I said, I have 2 tickets. He's only one person. So who will I give the other one to? Anyway, I said, you know what? Let's touch base in a few days and see how you feel. And you could decide last minute if you really are not going to go. Well, readdress it. And she's like, no, I'm not going to go. You can have the tickets. And I was like, I was really blown away. And she did it with such a graciousness, and it was just something so like incredible. Just take, I think it was like $180 per ticket, like something outrageously so nice and kind. And I said, you know what? I'm going to accept it there's a reason why it happened. There's a reason why it happened. And I accepted them. Fast forward, Ari was really not feeling well. And he said, I'm not going to see Simon Sinek. And right away I said, oh my God, I want to give this to somebody that I know loves Simon Sinek. Alyssa, this is going to my next gratitude. Alyssa, a very near and dear friend of mine that I met 2 years ago through Jesse Itzler. And this is where my gratitude is going to go to. Jesse Itzler is a mentor of mine. He leads one of the largest mindset, powerful masterminds, Build Your Life Resume, and I attended it July 2018. I met him in an elevator in Florida while he and his wife Sarah Blakely were speaking, and we had a small chat, and he was starting this mastermind within, I think, 2 days of when I met him, and I said, you're going to teach me how to move forward. You're going to kick me in the butt, and I'm going to start showing up with grit. And actually, it was one of the things that I wanted to start was the podcast. And he's like, great, love to have you in the mastermind. And I joined the mastermind, and he created one of the most incredible platforms that I've ever attended. Now, I attend a lot of masterminds, a lot of online courses, a lot of groups. This is unique to nothing else, nothing else out there. He attracts like-minded people that love living out of their comfort zone, people that are go-getters, people that are dreamers, people that fall and get up, people that support each other, people that celebrate your wins and cry with you when you are down. Alyssa is one of the people that I got to meet through this community. Very early on in July 2018, we started speaking about our shared passion to breaking the stigma around mental health. And if I could say the least, she's one of the most inspiring people when it comes to grit with mental health and helping me break the stigma. And we had, if I could say, thousands of online communications through WhatsApp, through Facebook messaging, FaceTime, I should say more like WhatsApp, FaceTime, phone calls, but we never met in person. She lives in New York. I live in New York. We never met in person, but we literally, I could say we speak at least, we communicate 3 to 5 times a week. And we know so much about each other's lives, and we share our journey and we grow together. And she's really became one of my closest friends, even though I never met her. And she lives in New York. And we were always joking about it, that we know so much about each other and we're like very good friends. And we met through this mastermind, but yet we never really met in person. And I said that, and I know that she loves Simon Sinek's work and she admires his outlook and his mindset and his leadership work. And I said, I would love to gift it to her, gift it forward. I said, I would love to be able to meet her at a place where we both admire something that we both work on and share a common excitement about. And I reached out to her and I said, Alyssa, do you want to go see Simon Sinek? This beautiful, beautiful woman inside out gifted me 2 tickets, gracious Kelly. And do you want to join me Saturday night to hear Simon Sinek speak in the city? And she's like, just one second, for real? This is for real? Where is it? Details, blah, blah, blah. And I said, do you have someone you could go with? Because I have my own ticket that I got and it's a single ticket, but these other 2 tickets from Kelly, I wouldn't want you sitting alone. And Ari can't come because he's not feeling well. He didn't know at the time what he had. He didn't want to be in the public. So I said, do you have someone you can bring along? And she brought her cousin Viva. And it turned out to the most beautiful evening out. First of all, Ari drove me. He was my chauffeur. We had to leave a second after Sabbath ended. We got into the car. He drove me that I shouldn't have my anxiety of finding parking or taking the train or all that. He just drove me and he hung out in the car because he still wasn't feeling well. But so awesome of Ari to be able to drive me and to really be happy for me when I'm happy. And he had no need to see Simon Sinek. He just was so happy to see me happy and to be able to drive me there and to see me shine in my moment of being with Simon Sinek's amazing event and meeting Alyssa for the first time. I met her in person for the first time at Simon Sinek, thanks to Kelly. Now, how much gratitude is here? Just think about this incredible, incredible story. First of all, gratitude to Simon Sinek for doing his incredible work and to empowering us to be more giving, kind, present, awareness, positive thinker, motivational thinkers, just leading with truth and with authenticity and kindness. Then gratitude to Jesse Itzler for introducing me to one of my closest friends now, somebody that I admire so much, someone that I learn from constantly. I learned from Alyssa constantly, and she became one of my closest friends. And then gratitude to Kelly that gifted me these 2 beautiful tickets that I was able to go with someone and not go alone. And she just did it out of the goodness and kindness of her heart. And she believed that giving is what goes around comes around, and pay it forward. And it's just like by you getting, she was receiving. It was the most beautiful thing. And we have endless amount of gratitude to Kelly and gratitude to Ari, gratitude to my kids that were so excited that we were going out that night and they took care of Max and took care of everything. We were just able to leave a second after the Sabbath, get into the car and go. There was so much moments of gratitude leading up to this event. And I was suddenly feeling that I was one of the luckiest humans in the world, that I have such incredible leadership in my life in terms of my mentors, which Jesse Itzler is definitely one of them, Simon Sinek, my friends like Alyssa, a stranger like Kelly that just gifted expensive tickets. It was a sold out event. It was sold out. You could not get tickets to this event. To all the kindness that happened around. And I was really feeling so grateful that whole week. And Alyssa gave me this most beautiful, to top it all off. Alyssa knows how I appreciate Brene Brown and how I study her closely and I try to implement what she teaches. And one of her big things she talks about is courage. And last week, Alyssa did not know this. Alyssa was not aware of this, but last week, for me, it was a big week of courage and working through courage with loss. I was obsessing a little bit about what happens when we lose someone and how do we come up to courage, with courage to survive life after loss. I was interviewing people that went through loss. I saw Celine Dion on stage that week, and her whole theme was courage. Her whole theme was courage, and her main song was, the name of the song was Courage. And she speaks about how she shows up after her husband passed away and the sadness and the yearning to his love and connection and how she misses him, but how she taps into courage and how courage is the only thing that she has now to move forward. And Alyssa gave me a mug with one of Brene Brown's saying on courage. She gifted it to me, and now it's going to be my coffee mug of the day, that I'm going to drink my coffee every single day with this courage mug. And you know what the funny thing is? Alyssa and I share a same love to coffee. And I very often think of Alyssa when I have a good cup of coffee. But now that I have this beautiful mug that she gifted to me, and it says, courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves being seen. That means removing this mask, removing the shield from our heart and showing up in all of our different ways that we could show up, when we are strong, when we are weaker, when we are depleted, when we are excited, showing up and showing the world who we are, hoping that they will accept us the way we are. Anyway, so this episode of Attitude of Gratitude is full of gratitude to all these incredible humans that made this one Saturday night so special for me. And if you think about it, so much was involved in this one special moment for me. And it came from all over the world in a way, from my mentor, Jesse, to meeting Alyssa, to Simon Sinek, just bringing everything together, Kelly gifting it to us. It's just like so just random act that became an extraordinary moment, experience, story, and a lesson in gratitude, that we really need to tap into gratitude and be so grateful to the people that make special moments in our life happen, and go back and figure out what else behind the scene was special. So the fact that I had an abundant amount of gratitude to Jesse was because I stopped for a moment and I said, only reason I had the ability to give these 2 tickets to Alyssa, and why I have Alyssa as a friend, is because Jesse put together a mastermind of like-minded people, of go-getters, and created this environment that we can connect and we can grow together and we can share experiences together and we can actually implement and make a world hopefully a better place with whatever he's teaching us to tap into ourselves and show up with our authentic self. So I wanted to devote this episode to all my gratitude, especially to Kelly, especially to Kelly, because Kelly made the moment of me meeting Alyssa, a friend of mine, that felt like I met her a million times. It was not even weird to meet her because I felt like I know her so well. We connect on such a deep level. So seeing her in person was not so weird, but at least it was in such a meaningful place of leadership, where Simon Sinek is talking leadership and how to have the proper mindset of leadership in this world and showing up properly. So I thought it was just such a beautiful story, and I wanted to share it, and I want to inspire you. I want to inspire you to look around and see what happens beautifully for you. Go a little bit further out of the exact moment of who gifted something to you or who did an act of kindness. Go to the 2nd, 3rd generation of how did it get there? And you will see so many acts of gratitude and kindness that happen to lead up to that specific moment that you are so grateful for. And pay your gratitude forward. Pay it forward. Remember how you felt when you received something and pay it forward. Give an act of kindness, because that's what we believe, that giving is just the part of the whole positive energy in the world. But give with authenticity. Give because you want to give. Hope you enjoyed this. We have so much happening in our Hope to Recharge community. We are building up this excitement to episode number 100 coming up in May. By the way, it's coming up in May, so stay tuned. We have a lot cooking and some exciting changes to how we are recording and what we are bringing to you. So stay tuned and please pay a gratitude forward to somebody. There is always something to be grateful for. Thanks for listening. Bye till next time. Thank you for joining us and taking the time to listen. I really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you can hear further episodes. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please leave feedback and ratings below. Let us know if there's any topic that you would like to hear from us in the future. Bye till next time.